Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. The Joe Lockett Show, lock it in. You ready to be entertained, educated, a little stimulation for your brain, lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, lock it in, yeah. The Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in, yeah. The Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It is the Joe Lockett Show, and I am the one and only. I am the nephew. If you know what it is, you know what it's about. Let me get a year back. All right? And it's the Joe Lockett Show. I want to tell everybody. I the appreciations. I like to do it. You're right there. You might as well say, hey, let me like the show. So shouts out to everybody out there. Joe,
What's up, man? How you doing? Man, I barely made it here. They let us out today early.
I got let out late.
Man, they let us out today. They let us out at about what I think like at 3:30, and I was like, "Oh, I may be able to make the show in time." So
Word.
I am in the building.
Yeah, Mr.
Man.
Like he not stripping, y'all. He off work. He had a hangover.
Man, listen, this class that I'm doing on Common Ground, the work that this guy guy is doing, man, and a guy named Daryl. This stuff, the curriculum they put together, is phenomenal. And I have to say thank you to Birmingham, Alabama, for choosing me to be one of the people to actually they're actually teaching. But at the end of the day, you know, I get to go into the schools across Birmingham, Alabama, through the Birmingham school system, and teach these kids these curriculum and help to get them back on track in a positive manner. And so I got to thank the mayor, Randall Wolfen, for putting this program together, and all the lovely people down in Birmingham, Judge Sparks and all those, and his whole team down and putting everything together for Birmingham. And I'm one of the 200 after this class graduated on Friday. That is privileged to be in this program, man, and it's growing. So thank you guys so much for that.
Only 200?
Only 200, bro.
Oh wow.
Only 200 people so far. Tokidoki, Ohio, gozaimasu.
Ohio.
What's up, James? What's up, Deidre? What's up, Beauty Love? How y'all doing?
Well, first off, Joe, how was your day outside today? So it was going good today?
Yeah, 8 o'clock this morning, right? And the building, right? You know, the first day. So I had homework last night. Say
No.
and then I had to study the curriculum, and then I had to stand from the class today and present the curriculum that they gave to us, right?
Oh man.
But guess what? Guess what, y'all? Guess what, Lockett is, Nate? Guess who got the top honors out of everybody today?
Oh, what? That's crazy.
Hey, guess who said? I didn't realize that the one that I chose was the toughest one to actually do.
You knew it.
No,
You knew it.
I did not know. I did not know. Right. But when I finished, they said the one that you did is the toughest topic to actually talk about and keep the people's attention. Right. But when I was talking, because I'm already talking,
yeah, that's kind of cheating on it. That's kind of cheating. Because you teaching me that, and I'm like,
but it helped though, because once I was, because here's the thing: on radio we do what we do.
Yeah.
But when you in a class and You can't go off script, right? So I could not go off script. So I had to figure out how to do what I do on script to what they did. But anyway, long story short, man, I'm gonna brag a little bit because I'm bragging.
Not just on the brag,
bro. I got the top honors, not just from the instructors, but the students. The being in the room came back and said, "Man, you're the best one." Hey, congratulations, we enjoyed you, and they learned from me. So thank God for the gift that I do have a gift, man. I have to say, and I'm gonna brag a little bit. Thank you, God. I appreciate that seriously.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So hey. Huh?
Another question.
Sure.
How is your? Because it sounds like it's good, but how is your mental health?
My mental health is good, man. I haven't been to sleep yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I was up last night doing that homework. Because when I put my mind on something, and my name and my brand is on, I got to do my best. You see what I'm saying? So I hadn't wrote an essay in years, decades. So I had to sit down and remember how to sit down. But once you get the flowing, right, and figure out how you're going to actually teach. Luckily, I got. Once I seen what they wanted.
Well,
hey JC.
On the educational tip, and hey, what's up to Tangie out there on Facebook? How you doing? Yeah, but on the educational tip, I found out some very real heartwarming information that I would love to share.
Sure.
A woman in Mississippi by the name of, and excuse me if I mispronounced her name.
Thank you, Lady J, for sharing.
But Louise Lewis.
Hey, Sharon.
She's 90 years old. She just got her GED.
Hey, Pink Pearl. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, man. It was a real heartwarming story.
We got to go ahead and get our sound effect machine going on.
Yeah,
we got we're gonna work on it. And I got to say, y'all, thank y'all for hanging out with us because we now have the sound better. The streaming is a lot better now. So, guys, thank you guys for hanging in with us at this thing, for sharing the video, hit the like button. We appreciate you guys. Let's go.
Yes. But yeah, it's like it's been more than 7 decades since she was in school.
Wow. Congratulations.
And she got her GED. And I feel like that was some real news.
Hey, Aquaman.
Especially nowadays when most stuff is not positive.
Right.
And this can easily get glossed over. I tried to tell my class this that I was with. I was like,
they didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care.
They
middle schoolers. So I wrote it off as them being middle schoolers.
Right.
But, man, like that, I really, that made me feel good. And not a lot of stuff make me feel good.
Right.
So for me to mention that, I want to give shout outs to Miss Lewis. That's something a lot of folks probably just gave up on.
Hey, Angela, thank you. Hey, Penny.
And she still went out and she did it.
Man, what I love about our show, man, all the people in here that comes in here daily, they speak to one another like they're friends and family. Yeah, like it's a little group. I love that, man. It's like, yeah, we need him, but we're gonna holler at y'all fellas and listen to what the hell y'all say. Yeah, how you doing?
I saw the news. I forget what state this in. I think it's like North Carolina.
Hey, Victoria.
So the news did some type of they was talking about the most common used slang words in 2023. Before I go out with the first 5, do you have no one on?
Well, I guess what I would say.
We taught you one. So
I was gonna say stand on business.
Stand on business. No, that's fairly new. So that's not gonna be on the top used during this year.
So it ain't stand on business.
It's not stand on business. That's fairly
pound town.
No, it's not pound. What? Wait a minute. It's not pound town though. You thought pound town was gonna be used?
I don't know. You asked me.
I taught you one that you use all the time, and that I use all the time. You ain't got it on your head.
Huh?
I'm gonna give you a hint. You don't have it on your head, but I do.
No cap.
Cap was one of them.
Okay.
They got sus.
Oh yeah. Okay. Bet. That's an old one. We've been using that since we was in the 70s.
Word?
Yeah. Bet. Yeah. Yeah. We said bet. Bet it up. Yeah. That's old.
Like I said, bed.
No. And stuff.
Yeah.
Like bed it up. So
Salty
Hey, China.
and I hate this one. Oh my god, I hate this one. The passion. They said salty and then they said yeet.
we said salty, so that ain't new.
That's not. But yeet is oh my god. No, it's not ski wheat. It's just yeet.
What yeet? What's that?
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
What is that?
That's and it's the sound that they make when they throwing something at somebody. Yeet, like that.
They got that from the Simpsons.
They got it from the Simpsons. I know Darwin.
Anyway, okay.
Oh, that's
Hey,
so
China, how you doing?
I am
Those are some
sensitive.
sorry words, y'all. Y'all ain't creative at all. I'm sorry. This is y'all.
No, everything's getting reused.
Yeah, y'all just not
We
creative.
just say it though.
Okay, that's
We just say it though.
all right, guys. You guys, it's 11 minutes up to the hour. That was nephew with his news for the day and his new slang word that they
It's
copied
not
from
new
us.
slang words.
They copied from us.
Hold up. Nobody playing.
But
Yeah.
you guys, the day, nephew, you got a box.
Mm-hmm.
I got a box. Right. And hey, Denise. So no reply to my chili text. I haven't even seen your chili text. I'm sorry. But I don't see chili at my house, so I take it that you don't have my chili.
Wait a minute. Was she talking about me?
She's talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I guess I don't know. All thing I know is she's
Oh, I replied. That's you. That's you.
okay. So I'm just getting out of class, y'all. So if you text me, I have not responded to any text that just came straight here. But I'm taking it that. Do you smell the chili? Did you see the chili in the kitchen?
No.
I did. So I'm opening this box up. It is from the one and only Tamise Creations. Okay. And y'all know our show is always brought to you by them. Look, y'all. Oh, okay. Hold up. Man, we got, oh, Lord. Look at this here. We got blackberry, raspberry, vanilla in the building.
Look at my flavors. Hold up.
What you got? You got over there.
Ooh, I got another sea breeze.
Sea breeze and all? Okay. And
so good.
oh, right. And I got mango peach salsa.
Oh, this is what better than the sea breeze.
Okay, and then she gave us two new ones. We got blackberry, raspberry, vanilla, and mango peach salsa. Which one we gonna light up?
We already
No, we know what them smell.
we know.
So you want to do mango peach or you want to do black vanilla?
We black, so let's do black.
Let's do black vanilla.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's mix it up.
All right, so Denise said we're gonna do black vanilla. So it's called black raspberry vanilla, y'all. There we go. So,
We call it that light skin right there.
oh man, that smells good too. That smells real good. Thank you.
Can I?
Hell no, it's for the show.
Can I?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We give it like this up. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is for the show.
Oh my God, that grass smells so delicious.
Hey y'all, hey be the boss. Here we go. The studio finna smell real good. There we go, baby. We got black vanilla raspberry. No, what's called black raspberry vanilla. Ooh, this y'all. I don't know. I think Tanisha showed her ass on this one here, dog.
Man, she
This black raspberry vanilla may be a new favorite for me.
Sup, be the boss. Yeah.
Man, this is okay. Yeah, we just lit. If y'all just said we just actually got a new shipment in from our sponsor of Tamise Creation. You guys can get it right here on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, or you can go to Amazon, or you can go to TamiseCreations.com and get these candles. These candles are very good. It only takes a little bit, about 30 minutes, and it would light up. The fragrance in the room would be all over the house. Okay, so make sure you go to Tamise Creations. As you see, her banner is always on my microphone here. Go out to Tamise Creations. Okay. And if you guys want to know how to spell, let me see, can they see it on here?
Uh-oh.
No, they probably can't see it. But it's Tamise Creations.
Yeah.
Tamese Creations, y'all. So go out to Tamise Creations And I love the way she sends the cards to you. I mean, it's shipped really nicely and professionally. So Tami's Creation, there you go. I smell it. I smell it.
There you go, right there.
I smell it.
Thank you, Lord.
I smell it. All right, guys, you guys are locked into your favorite. You know, it's your boy Joe Lockett on a Thursday evening. It's Thursday up in here. I got a lot of things on my chest that I want to get off into the show today when it's dealing with relationships. The one thing I do want to talk about, and when we talk about relationship, nephew, is how do you know when you are building together or you're building separately? So when you're married or when you're in a relationship, you know, most people, do you build separately or do you build together with your mate or your spouse? You think about what I'm saying, America. Do you build separate or do you build together with your mate?
In a relationship? Or
In a relationship.
In a relationship.
In a relationship. And when should you start? All right.
In a relationship. Okay. Now,
Mr. Callum, if you want to talk on subject, I'm quite sure you want to do one of these games, so I'm going to decline you here. If you want to talk on subject, sir, let me know, and you can say you want to talk on subject, and then I'll bring you in. But if you want to talk on subject, go into dude, I'm declining you, so stop trying to pop up. Good God. If you want to talk on subject, whoever's trying to get in, say only thing I want to talk on subject. Okay. You should build together, says M. Doom. Be the boss. I think separately and one together. See, this is what we're talking about right here. I'm talking about.
I would be the boss. I would do it separate.
If you're married, you're going to build separately.
Well, I'm not married.
Hey, y'all make sure.
I'm not married. I'm gonna take the.
Okay, but if you're in a relationship, do you build separately or you build together? Hey, Jerry.
I'm gonna build separate. I'm gonna jump.
Hey, M. Duane. Hey, Black Top. How you doing? What is this? Ooh, yo. Hey, Queen.
Is it Tatiana?
Bro, that was a hard one. Yeah. What's up, CJ? Because it was going by really quickly. So, what's up, Ashley? So, do you build when you're in a relationship? This we talk about on the Joe Lockett Show today on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in a relationship and you're in a monogamous relationship with your girlfriend, boyfriend, right?
Okay.
Or you married, are you building separately or are you building together? If we're married together, if separate is depends on how long y'all moving. Okay. Well, wait, I got a good one. Okay. Married together but separate in relationship, both. Oh, building together. Okay. I'm asking you guys.
Can we do both?
Share. You can do whatever you want to. I got my point on why I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Black Tap says together, married together. Okay. So Angela says, and Angela Johnson just joined. Thank you for joining, Angela Johnson. You guys are locked in your favorite eating right. It's 19 minutes out there. Thank you guys for locking in. Man, oh, that black raspberry smells good as hell.
Yeah,
oh, Lord,
it's coming in good.
Man, that black raspberry, Tami's Creation. Oh, you can show your ass on this one right here. Man, I can't. You know something? I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I think I'm gonna like every damn thing Tami's got. You know, I thought butt naked was my favorite. Then the sea spring popped up, and now I'm doing this black raspberry vanilla. And bruh, she didn't show her behind on this one. Y'all need to go ahead and buy. Y'all need to sell this girl out. Real talk. She got belly counters and Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm just saying, her stuff is really, really good. And I'm not just saying because she's a sponsor. This thing right now, it's been lit for about 3-4 minutes.
Ain't gonna believe us.
No, I wish I had a smeller cam. And Denise is on here. She can tell me how good it smells. All right, you guys like into your favorite eater, right? So you said you're going to be a what, nephew? Together or separate?
I got separate, and I'm gonna stay with separate. But okay. I really believe in both.
Okay, there are wonderful ones. Thank you, Tam. Does she have a vanilla candle? And you have to go to the website. I don't know. She's our sponsor, so she always sponsors with different ones. But I think she does. But
yeah,
but it may be mixed with something. But I'm not for sure. Erica, go to her website, Tami's Creations, and you will be able to see that. Okay, but I'm not for sure. Okay, so this is why. The reason why I'm asking is because what do people in relationships that you usually break up for? Money or infidelity? Right?
Ooh, that's a hard one between the two.
No, but I'm saying usually you either the person is cheating, right?
They ain't got no money.
Or the money ain't right, or they're not getting enough affection or something to that nature. But usually the two biggest factors in a breakup is money or cheating, right?
Yeah.
Ain't too many people broke up with their man because he or she lied to her, depending on the lie though. But you know,
depending on the lie, he
depending
lied
on the
about the girl.
depending on the lie. But I'm saying for the most part, it's because of money or lack of affection, or I'm going to say cheating. So this is very important because I think we really got it messed up when we come to the point of building together, right? I didn't say getting bank accounts together, nephew.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because people automatically went to finances, I'm sure. I said, are you building together? And this is where I'm going with this. Because and I'm not no Bible thumper, y'all know the hell I'm not. Okay, you know, I believe in God, but I'm not a Bible thumper. I gotta go here. Let me put this. I gotta put this thing down for been burnt up my studio. Cheating and lies. Okay, cheating and lies is okay for finance and infidelity. Like I said, from what I've studied, breakup is basically for finance, for infidelity and finances. Okay, you know, I'm gonna say I think it was like 80% or 75%, 79%, something like that. Break up because of infidelity and cheating. I mean, infidelity and finances. Okay, but the reason why I'm going with this, I said building together. Now, this is what I usually see, and what I think we all see at some point in time, right? That when you're in a committed relationship or you're in a marriage, nephew, we worry so much about our checklist, we forget on are we building together? Our dreams, our goals, our aspirations, where on that list that we have, right? Your dream board, right? Do your dream boards match? What I'm saying now? Do your dream boards match your man? Do your dream boards match your wife? Because usually the accomplishments you're trying to get for yourself is what? Separate. The goals you're trying to reach when you're in a relationship is usually separate.
Wait, but Joe.
Okay.
So my dreams and my goals gotta match with hers?
Listen to what I just said.
Okay.
I said build together.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, as you're building and you got a life with this person, what are you building with her or him together? Because usually when you get into a relationship, you're thinking about taking care of the home and achieving your goals. When you're in a relationship, are you building, or what are you building together? Because you're going to say family, but when you say in family, he's going over here to do this for the family, you're going over there to do this for the family, right? But you got different ways of trying to get there. What is the end game once you get to your top position in your workforce?
All right. Well, let me read to how you're saying this then. So I'm assuming that these two people that's getting together have a certain destination or something that they want to establish that has not been established yet, but they're together.
Because reason why I'm saying this, when you sit down with your man, right, you want to make sure he's making enough money. He want to make sure that you're stable enough to be able to help him out, be his helpmate. When you have a family, right, and you got a mortgage, and you got car notes, and you got utilities to pay, and insurances, and everything else, right? What are you building together? Because think about what happens. You don't really have any problems. Let's take out, there's no infidelity. Okay? No infidelity, nobody cheating in this relationship, right? What are the problems that you're going to have in that relationship? Time and money, right?
Yeah.
So now, if you have a lot of debt, right, and y'all are not building together to have an end game on what that actually looks like, what happens in your marriage? You start to fuss and fight about who's doing what, why they're not doing what, or you need to go back to school so you can actually get more education, but your husband or your wife may not want you to go back to school because it's going to take away more time. Are you building together and more money? But are you building together or are you building separate? Because again, once you get to your top peak, man, are you going to be there to take your woman along with you and you're not going to change? Ladies, if you get to your top peak, are you not going to change? Because like I said, building together, regardless of what this look like, the end game is for us to get here so we can do all this and have all this together. It's not about who did it. It's about building together. You see what I'm saying? What is our end game on the finances? Why are we building this? What does it look like? Or are you trying to go get that doctorate degree because you want that doctorate degree and you happen to be married to me? That's different. You want to get that doctorate degree for yourself, but that doctorate degree is going to help us reach our dream also. You see what I'm saying? Think about what I just said. I want a doctorate degree for me, but with this doctorate degree, we can help me and my husband reach our dreams because we can be financially or get in different places.
Well, okay, but when it comes to that, okay, I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm thinking about it, I'm not thinking it on the marriage tip. If they're getting married, then cool, you have a life together.
Okay.
But if I'm in a relationship with somebody,
okay.
If I'm in a relationship with somebody, that's completely different.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Because you better be paying attention on you in a relationship that's not a marriage.
Okay. If we in a relationship, nephew, I'm in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
And like I said, we're in a committed relationship.
Okay.
A committed relationship means that we have the propensity or the thoughts that we have been talking about, I want to marry this woman, right? So what are we building together? Because if I can't build with your ass, starting out right now, before I give you my last name and we sit down and have a frank conversation about how we're going to build together and what this looks like, why would I want to marry you?
Let's be honest, a lot of folks ain't really.
Now, this is why a lot of people don't make it.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of people don't make it. This is what I'm talking about. Because you want to say, when I put a ring on my finger, or you marry me, then we can have that conversation. And I'm going to say, that's too damn late. Because if you want to build something with somebody, why do you make sure all this go ahead?
This is why I go with that. If you planning on marrying, I'm kind of putting you in that too. Like engagement talks is getting talked about. Yeah, I fully agree with you.
But bro, okay.
But a regular relationship before you get done. Like I'm trying to differentiate the two without blending them.
Okay, but a regular relationship,
because engagement is kind of
committed to this person. Y'all been in a relationship for a minute.
For a minute. What's a
for
minute?
A minute. A year or two.
A year or two?
A year or two. That's committed. Okay.
Okay.
You've been in a relationship for a year or two.
Okay.
At my age, that's committed. At your age, I mean, you may have to say 2 years for y'all. Okay. But at my age, a year or two, you're committed. So at that point, we should be talking about what does this look like for us when it's all said and done? Where we are right now, what this is look like for us? Because this is what happened. This is what happened in my marriage.
Okay.
Right? When one person starts to do something and you support that person, right? But they're doing it for themselves and not for the marriage. Sometimes they switch up on your ass. Okay? He or she. And so if they're not doing, if y'all haven't had a conversation about what this look like when they get there for us, right?
Give an example for how the switch up is.
Okay, just say your husband got an is his goal is to be the vice president of his department.
Okay.
Whatever he's working at. He's now a supervisor. In 3 years, he looks really good to be the vice president of his company. A board member. Right? So he's sitting down saying to his wife, okay, babe, I'm a supervisor, but in the next 3 years, right? I'm making $100,000, but the next 3 years, I'm looking good to be making, let's say $200,000 a year. Okay, probably more. We're gonna say 200 for even round number. Okay, yeah. So when we get to this $200,000, baby, right? This is what I want to be able to do for us. This is what this is going to look like. The VP, I'm glad I'm actually getting this position, but when I get here, and see, this is what you got to realize. When people talk, listen to what I'm saying, America. If they say when I get here, or if they say when we get here, listen to what I'm saying again. When I get here or when we get here, okay? Because a person that's thinking we is looking at you in the future. A person that's saying I is saying your ass may not be there. Because what they're doing is strictly for them. And if you happen to be there at the end of the day, cool. If you don't, cool. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. When a person is saying, when I get somewhere and they are in a relationship with you for a year or two more, or they married to your ass and they say, when I get here.
So that's a red flag or yellow one?
No, that's red. Bro,
red flag?
Bro,
I say caution.
No. If I'm married to a woman And I'm looking at like when I get here and I did it all by myself. And when I get here, right? If a person just keeps speaking singular, they're not building with you.
Joe, you know when someone had this conversation with somebody, you been reading that all the time.
No, bullshit.
Man, she just conversating with you.
No.
So she got talking wheeze every time she
When
talk to
a
you?
woman and a man is building together, it is we. If a man and a woman is not building together,
Hold on. But we're gonna run through this scenario, Joe.
Sure.
We're gonna run through this. Because more than likely, she telling you this while y'all either chilling or just talking, right?
Exactly.
All righty. So if she telling you this 3-year plan while y'all chilling or just talking, chilling and just talking is gonna come out in that fashion.
No,
so it might be
that's bullshit.
So she gotta talk your wheeze?
No. When a woman know you are her man, she's gonna say we, or she's gonna say us. And when a man know that that's his woman, he's gonna say we and us. He would not use a singular word with his woman that he loves. No,
I did it in a marriage, but a relationship.
In a relationship, when you want that woman, right? Okay, hold
on, Joe.
No.
Hold on, Joe.
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna explain it to you.
Okay.
You know how you see that girl, right? And you want her to be your girl, but she hadn't told you yet, but she haven't told you gonna be your girl yet. What did you say? You're my girl. Don't you? A man will tell a woman, even though she hadn't said, I'm gonna be your girl, but he want her, he gonna say, you're my girl.
Yeah.
You're off the market now. Women love that, right?
Yeah.
You take ownership right up front and let her know you're mine, right?
Yeah.
So when a man want to take a woman to the next level, right? You are mine singular right now. But when I'm going to take you all the way with me, baby, it's us now. Trust me, any woman or his, am I lying? When a man includes you, when a man wants you, he's going to say we or us. He's not going to say me because he sees you at the top with him. And a woman would do the exact same thing. When a person is intentionally saying, I, believe them. Let me say this again. When a believe them what they're saying.
My Angela Joe.
I'm just being honest. When a person says I, bro, they're not saying I for a reason. They're saying it for a reason because they don't see you. They have not thought about you in their future. There's something about this relationship right now that you may not be there. And they're letting you know, and you're too stupid or too naive or too in love with that person. This is why I say, are you building separately or are you building together? Because if your mate is using the word I, you're building separately. And you better move with caution. Think about what I'm saying. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, tell the boy. Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm trying to make you sick. I'm trying to help you.
Joe, I'm only taking it from the front of a regular relationship.
Okay.
If they're going to be engaged or they're married, I got you all the way. But regular relationship,
a year into a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So, are you comfortable with a woman? You into a year or two relationship with her. She gets a promotion, and she said, "When I get here, or when I do this, or when I get a house, you okay with that?"
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, and you're a fool.
How am I a fool?
Because bro, she ain't thinking about you.
Joe, we only a year in. For me, I'm cool with that.
Okay,
because I don't.
And so if you're cool with that, you're not ready to get married to her.
No, because we early in a relationship. Hold up. I made the very distinct differences between relationships and marriages for me. Even the engagements, those are different than a relationship for me.
Okay, but you have to get.
So I'm not viewing her as my wife right now.
No,
she's my girl, but she's not my wife.
Okay, she's your girl. I'm going to go with you on your parents. She's your girl.
Okay.
Why would you consider her to be your fiance at some point?
She got to grow to that point.
Like I said, thank you. If she's saying a year and a half in,
Joe, me seeing her to that point whatever happened for her herself and for me myself had to at least blend in at some point to where we can see that we can build something else.
You see what you want to see until it's time for you to see it.
Okay.
You see what you want to see until it's time for you, ladies.
I'm trying to listen to what you're saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. You see what you want to see until it's time for you to see it. Meaning, you see all the good stuff in a person, right? Until it bites you in your ass, and then you're like, now I see.
That's not, hold on now, because I can use that against you too, though.
Sure.
Because if I'm just seeing, what all of this other stuff is, and I don't even take acknowledgement to what she has to do for herself personally, that could be the same way, Joe.
What do you mean?
You saying, if they don't talk in a we fashion. Okay, you can. A lot of folks can hype you up talking in a we fashion,
right?
Just to skate over certain type of topics, or just to skate over certain type of things. We're gonna talk about we as far as with financial stuff or whatever, but everybody's mentality when they talking in those facets may be to a certain extent. It may be, all right, we can get here, or we can get that far. Some folks we's come with some type of condition too.
Okay, so you moving the goalpost, but I agree.
I'm moving it a little bit, but I'm just saying.
But if again,
because I'm not disagreeing with you when it comes to somebody committing to that point. Okay. But for me, I'm making the distinct difference between a relationship and engagement and marriage.
Okay, so if you're in a relationship, right? How many of us has been in a relationship and you want this guy to ask you for your hand in marriage? Okay,
you want him to, but it's early.
Okay, but this guy asks you for your hand in marriage.
Okay, if he actually did.
And I'm gonna say a lot of women until this show have never thought about this. The guy asks you for your hand in marriage, right? He's making the right move, but he's saying the wrong thing.
Oh, wow.
Because he ain't said we in certain situations. He's still saying I. These are things that subtly, on a subtle level, bypass all of us. Sometimes it looks like a person is all in, but they're really not all in. Because again, when a person is all in, they don't see themselves by themselves. Let me say that again. When you're all into a relationship, people don't see themselves by themselves anymore. They see us. They see we. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking about, you think about anything, you don't just think about yourself. Do you protect yourself? Of course you do. I'm not saying do not protect yourself, but you are building, because here's the thing. You can build for us and you're going to be okay. Let me say that again, America, fellas, ladies. You can build for us and dump his ass and you still be okay.
Okay.
Is that making sense?
So you're saying in the processes of building for each other, that's going to build you?
Yes.
Regardless?
I'm good regardless. I'm just including you in my dream. I'm going to include you in what we're doing.
So we're talking semantics.
No, we're not. Because I see you here. This is not semantics. See, people like, well, if I'll take care of me. You're taking care of you while you're taking care of us. Because if you're taking care of everything, you can alleviate let you that's there with you. You see what I'm saying? And you're still gonna be okay.
Okay, but that's why and maybe this is just how we're viewing the words.
Okay.
Because if you're saying that, then cool.
That's
no. How you described it though, it sounded a little bit other semantics. You can't just believe that even when they're talking, they're including you outside of you listening to I.
Okay, so again, if you can,
some folks, that's why I was like, some folks you read the hard into the word.
Okay,
if you know
that. Ask you a question, bro. When you're with a female and you're in love with her, are you talking in the single or are you talking in the plural?
I'm talking plural. But when it comes to certain things that I got going on, I will talk singular. And my singular isn't including her.
I'm going to.
It's just how I'm talking when it's about something I know I have to do,
right?
Or that I want to do, outside of her,
right? So you are going to do this, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going to the gym, I'm going to the gym for me, right? That's for me.
Okay.
But if I'm doing something on, like I said, building together, right? If it's something that I know that impacts us as a family or as a unit, it comes out your mouth easily. You know what I'm saying? It just comes, like you just said, baby, I love you. You can't say something that's going to put you in a better position if you love this man or woman and leave them out. It's like, okay, it's like having a child. Do you ever leave your child out of conversation?
No.
When it comes to you, when you building, you say, I'm doing this for who?
My babies.
So why wouldn't you say that for your man or the woman that you're with?
Hold on now. Because if I'm in, and like I said, I keep making the distinct differences. With my wife, it's going to be a we, where we're going to get.
Right.
If I'm with just my girl, I'm telling her my plans,
right,
including her on it.
Okay.
But it's not going to be so much as we. It's
but you're including her.
Yeah, but I'm not saying, you know what I mean, we.
If you're saying, baby, I'm going to go do this, but you know, when I get here, this is what I see for us. You're including her.
Okay.
If you're saying I'm doing this,
so you're just talking about the inclusion,
yes,
including, not outside of the
like
words.
I said, building together. Building together. Like I said, when you build together, you are safeguarded regardless of the situation you're on. Because if they leave or they dump you or they cheat, you're still good. Because you are building. So like I said, are you building together? What we have to be careful of, if I'm building for you, but you're not building for me. A lot of people get into relationships thinking that because the action shows that they're building for us, but their verbiage shows they're building for themselves.
Well, let me ask this. Do you think that if we are both in our relationship and understanding that we're together, that when we're building ourselves, that's building us too?
You better ask. You better ask. You better damn ask.
Because that could be applied to the same way as the we.
But see, this is that's BS, because this is where a lot of people get messed up at. Because a person can get to that point, right? And y'all ladies know what I'm talking about. Share the video, hit the like, but y'all know exactly what the hell I'm talking about here. What is the smart person gonna say? I didn't say that. I never said you. No, come on now. Well, what they gonna say? I never said us. I said when I get here. That is thrown in people's faces all the time. When stuff get there, thank you. They say, I never included your ass. I never said that. When did I say us? I said me. Go back when we recorded, you see, send me a text message. Show me the email that I said. I didn't say that to you. See, a lot of people go on the assumptions like, you know, well, his action shows or her action shows, but if you are for sure, your ass better ask. You need to ask the question. So what you're doing, is this including us, or you doing this specifically for you? I'm trying to help y'all out here.
So this is the rare case where actions don't speak louder than words.
Action can't speak louder than words when my future and my life, I'm entrusting you with it.
If you're entrusting somebody in a relationship,
you're entrusted
early. That's crazy,
bruh. If you're in a relationship at my stage, a year or two,
at your stage,
your stage, I would say I'm gonna give it 2 years. Your stage, I'm gonna say 2 years. For us, it's about a year and some change. But for you, 2 years. But if you're in a relationship with a girl for 2 years, bro, and she's still saying you need to start asking questions. If she's in a relationship with you, she needs to start asking you questions. If you say the word saying I. If you are singular with a woman for 2 years and you still find the propensity to be able to say to her, in whatever you're doing, in building your career, building your life, and you're just saying and she's only included sometimes, she needs to ask you some questions. She needs to make sure she understands what's going on, because now she got to ask you the tough questions, bro. Am I truly included? Do you see me like that? Do you see me at a point? You don't know when the man's going to ask you for marriage, but do you see us ever married together? What does that look like for you? Where do you need to be? Where do I need to be? Because see, I think a lot of times in relationships on a Thursday, I think a lot of times we wait to see if people's dreams are going to be met. But when a man or woman sometimes meet her damn dreams, they don't need you no more. Because sometimes when they get there, right, they meet people at the level that they now have risen to. Let me say that again. Sometimes when people get to another level in life, get the PhD, get the doctorate, get the master's degree, get the pay raise or whatever, they start to hanging around people like them. And if they was not using we, they don't feel we. They don't. The words are the strongest things you can say. So when you're out there, you got your PhD and your wife or your girlfriend don't have a PhD. But the woman that you graduated with got her PhD. and she's smiling and flirtation with you, right? You're not that into your girl because guess what? You have not made a we. You have been saying, all right, then you say, I'm here. And then you start to calculate and judge your woman and look at her differently now because is she going to be able to rise up to the occasion? Is she polished enough to be with me now?
This is what I'll say. I'll ask this question. And it's gonna sound really mean.
Share the video there, y'all. Think I'm lying. Let's go now.
It's gonna sound really mean.
Go ahead.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Outside of being the person where you are, because lack of a better word, you are being judged.
Okay.
Outside of being that person,
do
the other person in the relationship, only in the relationship part, not marriage, not engagement, but in a relationship, do they not hold that right to then judge their partner to see if that's actually gonna match? Because for me, when I hear build together in a relationship, it sounds like you're moving really, really fast. Just for me. Now, if I'm adding
2 years, we talk about 2 years.
Yeah.
So 2 years, I'm moving fast.
Still 2 years for me. Yeah.
You're moving fast.
For an older person, cool.
No, I'm saying for you, 2 years
for me.
Yes,
Fast. That's moving fast.
Okay, for 2 years,
two years.
Okay, and I would say 2 years. If you're 2 years in a relationship with a man or a woman and you don't know where you're going, you need to get the hell out of it.
No, it's not that you don't know what you're going, but if you know y'all progressing and y'all moving,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all, what you said, look what you just said. Y'all progressing. So no, you think y'all progressing. That's what I just said. See,
because that, we're bringing y'all into it. But I'm talking along the lines of you and your girl. It's all hypothetical at this point.
No, but
I can't say y'all.
But you can't be y'all because y'all, if y'all progressing, y'all good. Obviously, she's not good enough to marry. She's not good enough to marry.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm separating the two. Because if I'm trying to look to marry her after 2 years for me, that is moving too fast.
Okay, so what young woman want to be in a relationship with a man for 2 years? Don't know if you want to marry.
On average, for most young folks, it's past 3.
No, bro.
Yeah, it is.
No, bro.
For most young folks, it's past 3.
Okay, only if the girl don't want to get married to you and she don't know.
Nah, bro. That's for most.
Okay. That was long time. Okay, this is a minute. We're gonna say at 3 years. You 3 years in now. Okay, we're gonna go to where you are. I'm gonna meet you where you are. I'm gonna meet you right there. You 3 years in, sir.
That half a year after that 3 is where I'm thinking about it.
Okay, 2.5 years, 3 years, you there now. Okay, and she's still saying I. You still saying I.
Yeah, it's starting to problem because that's when I'm starting to look at her.
Okay, but now 3 years of your life is gone.
No, it's not. I hate that. Oh my God, ew. That's not 3 years of your life gone. That is not 3 years of. I hate when people look at it like that.
No, it's not.
Joe, when you're if you're looking for any prospect and y'all choose each other, like y'all actually going monogamous with the situation, that is not wasting 2 or 3 years or whatever type of time y'all on.
For you. For you, it's not. I wish I had a girl that was 25 years old like you and asked her that question. For a man, it may not be wasting his time, but for a woman, she could be with another guy that got his mind made up and want to put a ring on her finger within 2 years. Why would she want to be with you for 3?
Then you pick the dude that want to do that.
But what I'm saying is, right? Because this is what.
Because cool, that's my point of it. But you still made the decision to be with me now.
Ain't that what I just said?
Yeah. No. But on the other side.
No, but I said at 2 years.
On the other side, though,
okay, but what I said was a year or 2. You said that's too short. So you said 3 years. But I'm saying the girl has been with you. She should have asked you year 1 or year 2, where are we going? You said 2 years is too short. I said 3. So now you said 3. Yeah, maybe we start looking at it now. If that's not what you wanted, somebody has wasted their time because a woman or women even in their 50s are waiting for the man and try to give him the opportunity to ask her that question in a certain amount of a time frame. If this girl is at 3 years and you still saying, I'm thinking about it, we getting close, and you decide not to, she wasted her time because she wanted to marry you. That's why she was with you for 3 years. You didn't have a clue whether you wanted to marry year 1 or year 2. You didn't know. You was thinking about it. She should have put you on the spot because this is in your time frame. 3 years. Now she with you for 3 years and she don't get the ring. That's a problem for her. It ain't a problem for you because there's no time wasted. You just figure out, okay, you want to work, you want to go bounce. But her, that's a problem. And that's what I'm saying for people. Are you building together? Because what you were doing was building separately. If it works out and I see what I want, 3 years, yeah, I may do it. Her, she may be looking at it different. Are you building together or are you building separately? Is my point. Because what you just said is what Cliff wants to do. If y'all had that conversation, said, I'm cool with that, that's cool. But as a man being a leader, you need to check in at least at that 2-year mark and say, you know something, I don't know where this may go. I'm still kind of undecided. 2 years, I think, bro, that's over 365 days in somebody's life. At the 2-year mark, if you ain't where you think you will need to be, I think you need to at least get a woman a hint of a roadmap of what it looks like. Because if I'm a woman in 2 years, I need to ask you where we going. Where are you taking me? Yeah, you saying year 3, but you still don't know in year 3 how you gonna marry me. So as a woman, I need to know at 25, where are you taking me?
Okay, so for somebody that's decided, cool. I give you that. If the person is decided on when they want and they're waiting, I can see how that could be like they wasted their time if it was a no.
Right, because they love you, but they trusted you. And be the boss, I'm gonna say this. If that's not what she wants, she won't ask the question. But a lot of women will be in relationship with men and never ask the question because they're hoping and they understand what he's trying to get done. But again, like I said, when that man get there, right, and he gets to the position of where he is, and he look back at you, you still where you are. You still that same person. He masters, PhD, doctorate, whatever.
Hold on now.
Go ahead.
That could be on them too.
Yeah.
Because if you still where you at,
yeah,
while he's moving somewhere else,
yeah,
that could be on you too.
Like I said, a woman and a man, that's why I said, goes back to the beginning of the conversation. Are you building together? In 3 years, you don't get there.
But hold on now. If we staying on that premise, okay, that's hard because if you're thinking about it, I'm not arguing in the last one. Okay, so chill out. I saw your face. Okay. I felt it too. Okay. I'm on the same premise that you just said. If he's building something in those 3 years, before, you know what I mean? Yeah, we talked it out, and if we want to see at least at the 2-year mark, I agree with you there. Need to have some type of check-in. But if he's building something in this span of the 3 years, and you still at the same point, and you didn't decide to build something yourself to add to that situation, you neglected yourself.
Exactly. So what did Joe Lockett say at the beginning of this show? Are you building together? Or are you building separate?
But that's why I asked you. That's why I asked you. If both of them are building and focusing on themselves, ain't that doing the same thing?
No. Are you building? Y'all are missing my point, right?
Okay.
If she stays the same and you're building, y'all was not building together. You had your idea, she got her idea, right? If she's building here and you stay here, y'all are not building together. And you're building, you got to have the conversation, either whether you're married, baby, what is it looking like? What are you thinking? What are you trying to do? Are y'all building together or are y'all not? It's what I keep saying.
But you do know.
Because guess what? Go now, hold on. To this point. If she's not building together in your year 1 and year 2, you may not want to be with her. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's what are you building together? See, when you get to where you need to get to, she gets where she need to get to, you can't wait to ask that damn question. Are you building separately or are you building together? You don't want to get up here and wait for this person. You 3 years in now, according to your timetable.
Yeah.
And now you looking at them like, what are you going? You looking at what are you going to do
now?
Right? He looking up at you like, I've been here. They're thinking they're launching.
Hold on.
Are you building together?
You just made a great point. Joe, I got a question.
Yeah.
What if, because you know a lot of folks' situations do affect how fast that is. Let's say in that 3-year time span, that first year go down, we still pretty much even. That second year, you starting to see where it's a little bit of a difference, but you do that check-in, like you said. Right. You do that check-in.
Right.
That third year, it's a drastic difference. Now, it wasn't that we didn't check in. Or is that still not building together? Because I could be at the same spot that I was in year 2,
right? You check and y'all okay where y'all in year 2. You exponentially and you made it. Y'all were building together.
I
Yours
don't
just
know.
came
I don't
in
know if
first.
a lot of folks looking at that.
No, but
It becoming that's the thing. If somebody's come in first, I don't know if a lot of folks is looking at that like we built together.
no,
Even if we did the check-ins.
because this is what I'm gonna say. If you're building together, right, you are including that person in what you're doing. So now when you get there, your money, your dreams are calculated within you, whatever you're trying to accomplish.
Hold on.
Yes.
This is why I feel a little jaded to that.
Okay.
Because that's all well and true on how I spend that money when we're together.
You
Or how I
spend the
invest
money
that
in your
money
head before you
into
spend
you.
it. Yeah.
No, yeah. If I invested into you and how we spend it together, that's completely different from how my money is coming in my own career.
I understand it, but what I'm saying is when you're in love with somebody, bro, and you want better for that woman, right? When a man goes to work, he's working because he want to put her in a better house. He want to put her in a nicer car. He want to buy her nicer clothes, right? So he's already you are investing and you're talking to your woman, right, about what we are going to do. This is what I'm going to do for us. This life is not going to be just like this for us always, baby. This is in the dating when you after the year stages, because now you need the motivation to keep going. The relationship just don't keep going just to keep going because y'all together. When a man is working with a woman and you want something, you're just not building for you. That ain't your motivation. You need a why. She is your why. When she's in love with you, you are her why. When things get tough, she's doing it because on the worst day, she want to make her man happy and make her man proud, and so does a man.
I know there's people that use the other partner as one of reasons.
Yeah.
But if it's something that you really wanted for yourself,
They're not
going to be a why for real. They're going to be a reason. They're not going to be the why.
They may not be the why, but what I'm saying is, you may not be my why or why I'm doing it, but you're definitely going to be the person I'm doing it for, because I want this for us. When I married my last wife, everything that I did was for her and my stepson. Everything.
Even when it came to this is for her.
Even when it came, she would tell you, everything that I did, but this radio show was started because of her. I was in contracting. I was DIY. I was on Fox 6 News. I was on my way in construction. I had a construction company that was moving. I would not be in radio if my wife didn't get a promotion on her job and move to West Virginia, and I had to make a career change. That's why I'm in radio. I did this for my wife so I could travel with her. Everything I did, because if I was in construction, I couldn't move a construction company. If I was in radio, I could go anywhere and do radio.
Okay.
You can't uplift your crew and tell your whole crew to move to West Virginia from Birmingham, Alabama. And I've been trying to go get new licenses and all this in a different state. So I said, I don't want to do this anymore. Her job will take her around the world where she may go. I said, so I need to be able to do a job that I want to do if I'm going to follow my wife. This radio show, the Joe Lockett Show, was birthed because of my last marriage. That's why I'm telling you, I'm talking what I know.
But that's for you and your marriage. That was for you and your
You
marriage.
ask any man that's married to his wife.
No,
he had
we can't. Hold on now. You going real broad there.
No,
You can't be speaking for every man. You can only keep it you, Joe.
when you talk to men,
Because
when a man is in love with his wife and he want to marry this
so
woman,
his dream is because he's woman.
no.
That's what I'm saying.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
that's the part I was talking to.
No, but his dream is not for his woman. His dream is because of his woman. You see what I'm saying? Because I
know the differences between those two.
Because if I have a dream to be a doctor,
Okay.
I'm gonna be a doctor with or without her.
Okay.
But when I meet her, now I'm a doctor because of her.
No, it's not. No, get on. You being nice, but okay.
Okay, bro. If you're dating a
you're
woman,
not a doctor because of her because she's in your life.
Okay,
don't do that,
bro. This radio show was successful because of my wife.
Hold up, that's completely different. No, it's not.
No. When you're dating, when you're putting the work in, who's supporting you?
Multiple people.
No.
There's multiple people. Don't do that.
No,
we're keeping it real.
real.
Yeah,
My wife reported me.
Your
When
wife
you are
or your
dating a
girl?
man and
Your-
things go bad, do you call your mama, your daddy, or your girlfriend that you've been dating for 2 years?
You call them probably all of them.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, Joe.
Bro, ain't no man.
Like I said, I ain't talking about you and your
So
situation.
what you're saying is if you're in a relationship with a woman, right?
She's one of many that I'm talking
So
about.
no, and you get in whatever trouble, you're 25 years old.
I'm not calling my mama.
So you calling your mama before you call your woman that you with?
I'm not calling my mama either. Hold on, get out.
So who you calling?
Chill out. I'm either calling my dad or my uncle if I'm in trouble. If I'm in trouble, I'm
so
calling
you
them
been one for 2 years.
I'm
The
not
first phone
calling her
call
first.
you're gonna call is your dad.
My dad or my uncle.
Okay.
I'm not calling her first.
Okay.
She'll probably be last that I call.
Like I said, bro, you very different.
No, God, what? Because you asking me.
Yeah, I said you're very different. I'm not saying what you want to do, but I'm saying you're very different.
Yeah.
But most men are not gonna call their parents.
I'm not calling my female or my
She's the
mom.
one living with you. She's the one you're spending all the time with. So you're gonna call your daddy to help you out in a situation before you call your girl.
I'm not shagging up with my girl, but I feel you.
If your girl's in a relationship for 2 years, y'all shacking. Whether she's at your house all the time, you at her, regardless, y'all together.
What? No. We gonna got a spot. That ain't shacking.
That's your girl. She knows your good stuff. She knows your bad stuff. So you say as a 25-year-old man, if
I'm not
you
calling
get in
her
trouble, you calling your daddy.
I'm not calling her first. I'm definitely
Bro, like I said,
not.
most men are not calling their parents.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Bro, most men that
I'm just saying I don't know. I'm not trying to
I'm
argue.
telling you,
I'm not trying to argue that point.
men that I know, the last place they're calling is home if they done left home. They are dealing with the people that's in their life.
That's also the men that you know.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
It's a different breed of other ones that and other parents that don't take it that concrete.
Right.
But at the same time, for me personally, I've never found a situation where it went smoothly or good if I called my mama or my girl first.
Okay, so let me ask you
either one.
So if you can't call your girl, what good is she to you?
If I'm in trouble,
yes. If you're in trouble, you can't call your girl. What good is she to you?
I'm thinking like I'm broke down somewhere. Or I need something fixed, or I need some type of
you
money.
Can't call your girl. She can't cash out for you. What good is she to you?
She's some good. She's some good to me.
No, bro.
No.
You're a 25-year-old man. Okay, you ain't talking about 16, 17.
Yeah.
You're a 25-year-old man. You got a 25-year-old woman plus or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can't call her in your emergency. She's not the first person you call. You call your daddy.
It's not that I can't call it. I just choose not to.
And
well, that's the same thing. Okay.
And I would say for a woman, right, that is a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Because you don't trust in her. Bro, you going to your daddy as a grown man and still talking to her.
As a grown man, we could have used that grown man thing. Because as a grown man, you just going to your girl. Oh, you need your girl for everything now?
No,
like, hold on, chill now.
Bro,
as a person.
If you were a woman for 2 years, she's looking at you as her partner. She's looking at somebody that y'all trust each other. Because I guarantee you, if she breaks down, she calling your ass first after 2 years. I promise you.
That's when you use as a man. That's where that double standard lies.
That's a double standard. The double standard.
No, that's an obvious double standard. Most
a
folks would
woman that got a man
would
make
for her to call her man or her other
if
men in her life first.
If a woman got to call her dad and she's 25 and she got a man, her daddy gonna say break up with his ass.
What? If she gotta call her daddy,
bro,
that's crazy.
Bro, that's crazy.
Both of them crazy.
Bro, if a grown woman got a grown ass man in her life,
we got the term is 25. If you 40 something and you go in there, cool. I'm talking about older women. I'm not talking about older women.
At 21 in America, you're considered grown.
Yeah.
If you're 25 years old and you got a 25-year-old man in your life and you're calling your daddy before you call your man, you need to dump your man. Because your daddy is not your first line of defense. Your man is your first line of defense. Your daddy is your backup.
This is not her husband, Joe.
She got a flat tire.
If she chooses to call her daddy before me, I'm not her husband. If I'm her husband, I feel you all the way. If I'm engaged to her, I feel you all the way.
Bruh.
But
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna gonna find a woman that says she's with a 25-year-old man, she got a flat tire, and she gonna call her daddy first?
I'm not gonna find a woman that
Bro, if she got a man
around my age, I'm not gonna find a woman to do that.
Bro, 25, and she got a grown man.
Okay.
And she can't hit you up and say, "Hey, I need you to come help me."
Hold on. It's not that she can't hit me up. This is all choices. I said I would choose not to call
That's
her.
what I'm saying.
She's choosing not to call me, and she's choosing to call her dad.
So I'm gonna ask you ladies.
That's completely
Okay,
different if I can't contact you.
Okay, I can be wrong. Let me.
If I can't contact you, that's different.
Ladies, if you got a man in your life, right? He's 25 years old, you 25 years old. Are you calling your daddy first, or are you calling your boyfriend? Let me know. Put it on the thing, because whoever you want. If you're 25 years old, ladies, share the video. I want to know, hit the like button. If you got a man that's 25 years old, right? You're 25. Are you calling your daddy first if you got a flat tire, or are you calling your man?
My man, my boyfriend, my man, not daddy. Y'all also not. Let me chill. But either way, cool. You can call your dude, but that's you choosing to.
Bro,
if you choose,
to call you to get her hair done. She ain't calling her daddy. You thinking it's
that's
emergency?
completely different.
No, it's
In
not.
an emergency.
In an emergency, if she can't call her man, you know, bro. If my daughter called me,
No.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
No.
if you're married, if you got a daughter,
If I have a daughter,
and she called you, she's 25 and she got a man. Okay, you got a daughter, 25 years old. She got a man that's 25, right? She got a flat tire, and she called you first, and you know she got a man. You're not gonna tell your daughter what the hell you doing with that man?
no, I'm her first line of contact. I'm trying to figure out what's the problem, and I'm finna fix it.
So you're not gonna ask her where's her man? At
It's
25?
not my first thing to ask her. No, she
No,
is
but I'm
emergency.
saying at some point after you done did what you did as a father, you're not gonna ask your daughter where are your man? Why does you have to call me? Because the dad has to get up out of his house and leave his family to go take care of his daughter when she got a grown ass man in this land that she's sleeping with. So as a father, you're not going to ask your daughter, where was your boyfriend? Where was such and such? You're going to do it, but you're not going to ask your daughter, where was John? You're going to say, no problem. You ain't going to ask her no questions. This is your daughter. And every time she get in trouble, she's calling you, but she got a man. You cool with that, sir? As a father, you get up leaving your wife. You get up in the middle of the night or whatever. You get a text message for whatever, and your daughter's hitting you up instead of hitting her man. She's hitting you up because you're her first line of contact. You okay with that, Dad?
No.
Like I said, if you got a girl that's 25 years old, right, as a father, you're going to tell your daughter, any man, I promise you, he's going to ask you, if you know you got a steady man in your life, where the hell is your man at?
I'm looking at it like this though. If y'all living together, then cool. I agree with you. If y'all living together, no excuses. I shouldn't have to leave where I am when y'all live together, and y'all should be able to defend for each other.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I'm not talking about folks that live in the same house.
Okay, bro. Even if they're not living, so if your girlfriend, your daughter got a house by herself,
If they got a house by themselves,
but she got a steady man in her life, you're not going to question her about her man at all, as a father.
It's not her husband.
Okay.
They liable to leave my daughter high and dry.
Oh. Okay.
No, they are.
Okay.
They are, Joe. Regardless of how I see them and how they want to place themselves, these folks are liable to leave my daughter high and dry.
So aren't you going to tell your daughter, why are you with a guy as a father? You're speaking as a father now. Why are you with a guy that might leave you high and dry that you don't know that got your
because
back?
he chose me first. It wasn't like she called the dude first before
So you're
me.
not going to ask.
He chose me first.
So you're not going to ask your daughter why she chose you first instead of her man?
No, I'm not. I'm finna be worried about fixing it.
After you get it fixed.
It's an emergency.
After you get it fixed.
That's some petty ish right
No, it's not.
It is to an extent.
How is that petty? You protecting your daughter?
I'm not. No, you're not worried about it if you're protecting. You worried about some other stuff instead of doing it.
Bruh, no.
After the fact,
I'm a father.
after the
I got
fact,
two
hindsight is 2020.
Like I
After the
said,
fact, you
when
can look at it
like I said, when it's said and done, you're not going to say nothing to your daughter.
My daughter is probably dating other folks too.
Okay.
They are in separate places.
Okay.
I told you, when they together and they can fend for each other, when they post,
I said she got a steady man
That's what you started with, Joe. That's the goalpost you started with.
She got a
With
steady
them
man
being
in her
together.
life. Yes, and a steady man in her life.
Steady man in your life don't mean that he's always the emergency contact.
Okay, but she got a steady man in her life, and she called you, and you went and helped her.
And
As
I
her
wouldn't-
father, you're not gonna ask her after everything is said and done, where was John?
No, it's not gonna be my first name to ask me.
No,
It's not gonna be my second or third.
So you're not gonna ask her at all. Ask her father.
Not then, no.
No, you're not gonna ask her at all about the situation.
No, I'm
Whether
not
we like her, whether 2 weeks later,
I'm not arguing that the question won't be brought up. I'm not arguing that one.
That's all I'm saying. A father's always going to go to his daughter's knee. But what I'm saying is, there is not a father out here that I know that got a woman, a daughter.
Okay, cool. The question will be brought up, but it's not going to be brought up immediately.
Of course,
I'm just being
you're
honest.
going to have, bro. I never said that. I said, as a father, you got a daughter, and you know she's dating a guy on a regular basis. You are her first line of contact, right? You handle your business. But as a father, I know I'm going to say 99% of the men or 95% of the men is going to ask their daughter, where the hell was your man at?
Cool.
A
Cool.
father is going to ask that question.
I'm not going to argue that point. Cool.
Because my daughter,
that is girls and girls with their daddies, they do different.
because that is going to know that when he was dating his mom, when he was dating mama, if mama had a problem they would date, he was there. So they're looking at the man that she dating like, why is you dating a dude that you got to call your dad? That's the way the man gonna look at it.
Cool. I ain't.
So that's what I'm saying for you.
Hell no.
Right?
Get on. I'm not finna call my girl. That didn't equal that. Those are not the same for me.
So you're a 25-year-old man.
I would not call my girl
At all.
at all. You're going to be last
2 years or 3 years into a relationship. So why would you marry her?
because I didn't need her for an emergency contact.
So what do you need her for?
Other things outside of emergencies.
So if you don't need for her for emergency, how does she?
Hold up, but
Okay.
like I said, I made the clear distinction between the two for me. She's not an emergency contact for me if I'm not looking at her as my wife.
Bingo. So why should she be with you?
Because I'm still figuring out if she's gonna be my wife, Joe. It's still 2-3 years in the situation. I'm not marrying the girl.
Bro, I'm not trying to change your thought pattern on what you do. I'm just saying at 25, if you was 21, I'm gonna say, but at 25, and if I'm your girl and everybody know that you was in trouble before me and I'm the last one, I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Why?
Because I'm your girlfriend. We grown. We don't need our parents.
It's not that I didn't tell you. You was just probably last, and you're not gonna know the order.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you the order.
How did you get home? My dad.
My dad and my uncle helped me out.
Okay, so
Or my homeboy helped me out.
again, that's if you like I said, obviously you're cool with that, and some women may be okay with that, but I think a lot of women are not going to feel a connection with you.
What you gotta feel a connection over me handling other stuff outside of you being there. Like I said, that's the double standard there. I can go ahead and say I lose you on the daughter and father relationship when it comes to the dude being there.
Okay,
Cool. But on that other end, hell no, it's not the same way.
okay, for you, because I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Okay.
When I've been in these situations with women, right?
I have to.
And okay, at 25,
Yeah. And the ones where I did it like that, it never worked out and it never will.
okay, but why didn't it work out?
Because they did not help the situation.
What do you mean they didn't help the situation?
All your girlfriends or your boyfriends, when you call them up, are not helping the situation.
What do you mean they're not helping your
I'm
situation?
saying, like, if I need this thing done, they won't more than likely do it, or they not
Okay.
able to do it.
Okay, so this goes, are you building together? Or are you building separately? Who are you with?
That's not building separate.
Yeah.
I'm being an emergency.
Bruh, if you
I
in a
don't get
situation, okay, when you building with somebody, you choose, can this person take, at 25, can she take care of herself? At some point, she's able to help me out, okay?
Okay.
Are you smashing her just for GP purposes, or are you looking for
No. We're not on the GP.
Okay, so if this is your girl,
This is
so
the
when
potential.
I'm gonna say,
This is the potential.
when I date a woman, like I said, it needs to be at my standards, my stature, or better. So if I call my girl and we've been dating a year, right? I expect her to drop what she's doing or figure out what we're doing or say, baby, I won't be able to help you right now, but me not calling her and letting her know, my girl will be my first phone call. If I was why?
Why? No, I'm asking you, genuinely asking that.
Because she's the woman in my life. She's the woman I'm sleeping with. So if she knows everything about me, when something happens to me, she's gonna be the first person that I call. Even if I know she can't help me, I'm gonna call her and say,
so she has to be the first one.
No, for me it does. I'm not gonna call my daughter my daddy. I'm gonna call a woman.
No, I mean, yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but if I was close to my parents, right? My parents would be the last person. When I was in trouble, and I was still talking to my parents didn't even know I didn't have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's the opposite.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying? So when I left my parents' house, I'm a grown man. I got to figure this out. I don't need my mom and daddy no more.
But you do need your girl.
Because she's with me. She's going through this part of life with me.
Look, if you stand with it, then cool.
No, what I'm saying is she can have her own house. But in this part of life, we're in this together. We're in a relationship. She can have her house, I can have mine. But we're in this relationship together. I'm not in a relationship with my parents anymore.
If this girl is not somebody I already been knew, 2-3 years is not enough for me to think you are emergency trustworthy.
Okay, bro. And like I said, I'm gonna respect what you say on that end. I just disagree with you because if she's good enough for me to sleep with, if she's good enough, hold on. So, she's good enough to sleep with, come to my house. I trust her with everything. She can walk around my house, be there when I'm gone, all this other stuff, ask me for whatever I need to do. I should be able to call her in my time of need. Maybe she can or cannot help me, but she should be my first line of defense because she's the one I'm most vulnerable with, not my mom and dad.
She's being one of. She's being one of.
Okay, like I said, bro, I'm not going to argue you on your point. You handle your business how you handle it. I would just say for women that don't, when a man don't put you first, don't expect him to really truly be seeing you as wifey material.
That's crazy.
Because you don't see her wifey material.
That's crazy.
Bro, you don't see her. If you can't call this woman at 25 and you call other people, you do not see her as wifey material. If you saw her as wifey material, you would trust her and let her build that bridge with you. You said, no, I'm not. So in 2 years, you don't see her as wifey material. And I would say, ladies, if you see a man like nephew, not talking bad against you, but be very careful. But if you choose to
still marry her, you can probably still see her as wifey material.
If she chooses to put up with what you're throwing out to her. But this is what we talk about. Are you building together? Because you're building for yourself.
But you did make the caveat if she's not the first one. If she's one of, it's not nobody leaving her out.
Bro, like I said,
that's what I'm saying though, Joe. It's not nobody's leaving her out. Nobody is ignoring her. Nobody is choosing not to tell her what's up. But she's not going to be that first one because it's only 2-3 years.
Oh,
there's other.
This is what you're saying. It's only 2 or 3 years, and you can't call at 25 this girl to help you change your tire if your tire breaks down.
No, I'm not. First off, I'm not gonna have the girl change my tire. Period.
No, but no, she can come get you to go get the tire. She can make a phone. She can do whatever. Your girl is the one who's going to come to your rescue. Because if you call your daddy got to leave his wife, his girlfriend, or whatever. Or you call your mama, they got to stop what they're doing to go help your grown ass do whatever you got yourself into. You don't have no friends, nobody to go help you. That's what I tell my kids. If you grown,
I did say my homeboy though.
Okay, I mean your homeboy. I mean I get that, but I'm saying if a man is in a relationship with a woman and he chooses not to call, that's his choice. But if you can't call your woman to help you out and she's not the first,
hold up, but can't and choosing.
And like I said, if you choose not to get it. And I'm saying for women listening to this show, if you got a man that you 2 to 3 years of relationship with and he chooses to call his homeboy or his parents over you first, be very careful because he's not looking at you and he don't trust you at that point in his life for his wife. He don't see you like that.
But you just said my point.
Yes.
At that point in his life.
Yes. And I would tell women to be very leery of a man like you.
No. I'm not the person that's gonna give up everything just off the rip.
You're not giving up everything.
That's what you're doing. Hold on. No, hell no. Yes, you're giving up everything off the rip. Because you're saying first off, you're talking along these senses if when we start to actually going out in our relationship,
Okay.
not a marriage or an engagement,
Okay.
but in our relationship, that's when we are then opening up the door for everything with the we. Cool. We'll leave that part be.
Okay.
But on certain things, there is a certain type of level. It is not that cut and dry when you're in a relationship with folks. There is a growing period with everything.
How long is the growing period?
Hold up. But that's the thing, though. For everybody, their growing period is different.
Right.
So if they letting somebody in the house to be in the house while they're not there, but they won't let somebody else do something else, those are completely different things because that's how comfortable they is in that situation. And that's where they move to.
And the person that's moving like that, you better watch that person.
How? Why are you watching that person like that?
Because you're moving separately in certain
No, I said that was an agreement to get that far. Because if somebody wanted to get that far and they open up that door, then cool. There's a mutual agreement.
That's what I just said.
But that's what I was saying, though.
Because a lot of people don't ask questions.
But you also use blunt, you was winning the two. Because you was talking about if you were able to smash and whatever, then you should be able to call for emergency. You said that, Joe.
Okay, but I'm saying, like I said,
but if they
everything I said, if you with this one for 2 years, you sleeping with her,
but there's
stuff
even in the 2 or 3 years where both of them are not comfortable on. So if she's comfortable enough and he's comfortable enough to smash, but they're not comfortable enough to actually leave somebody in the house, those aren't the same.
Exactly.
Those are the level of comfortability of things.
But
so when it comes to the emergency situations, that ain't no red flag.
Bro, that's red flag.
That's not a red flag.
It's not a red flag. Okay, let me say this. It's not a red flag for you.
I'm talking about the hypothetical.
Okay, no, but
it's apparent for me.
Like I said, but
it's apparent for me.
But it's not a red flag for you. But I think for women, that should be a red flag. Because you just said in 3 years, you still may not ask her.
We own true.
So
I'm talking about the hypothetical, Joe. I'm not talking about women or what they think. I'm not talking about dudes in the situations that they choose. I'm talking about the hypothetical. If we're finna include in this same hypothetical that the dude is comfortable enough and the girl is comfortable enough to smash, but there's other things they're not comfortable to do, then that's understandable.
No, it's not, because I need to ask you why you're not comfortable.
Because Joe, you ain't got that yet.
Because what do I need? Okay. So that's your comfortability. So as a woman or a man in that situation, hold on, I can ask you why you're not comfortable.
You can ask.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing.
That's what I'm talking about. So if
but you made a big apparent thing that's a red flag. You know how stuff with red flags are. Those are not cautionary stuff. Right. Red flags means you cut off. No, you already know how we talk about it like that. Yeah, you do.
No, a red flag means that I need to know. If this is a red flag for me, we need to talk. Because if you're doing what you're saying,
a lot of folks when they hear red flag, that means to quit or to cut out. You know that's how most folks read red flags.
No, a red flag for me is
that's for you.
Okay. I'm gonna say most people say red flag. When people say red flags, I don't think people walk away immediately. When they say I see a red flag, they ask the question.
That's why they say red flag. Because when they say it in hindsight 2020, that means you should have cut off.
I'm gonna meet you halfway. Okay, I'm not gonna get hung up on red flag. Ladies, if you meet a man in 2 to 3 years, and there are certain things that you got questions about, and it's not happening because he's comfortable in one situation and you're not, you need to ask the question.
I'll agree with that. If both folks are not comfortable, then cool. But I also say, if y'all are not comfortable on certain things, but you are comfortable on other places, that's not a red flag for me. That is cautionary.
Okay, but what if it's not a red flag? We're gonna say yellow. But what I'm telling women is this here, right? Or men. If you're in a relationship and because for them, they're not comfortable, but they're comfortable and you're not, don't be afraid to ask and put the pressure on and say, what are we doing? Because you may not be comfortable, but a lot of women gonna look at it in this way. Okay, hold on. Women gonna look at it in this way. You smashing me. Man, you let me come to for you.
No, I'm just saying the person that's saying that their response to them is gonna be, well, baby, that ain't the same thing
for you. No, but I'm telling you, when a woman gives you herself for 2 years and monogamous to you, and she says to herself,
"Okay, cool,
go ahead,
let's say
And
they
you
had
might be the boss. Some women don't mind. If you don't mind to be the boss, we're not talking about you.
All right.
I mean, I'm not being rude, but I'm just saying that's cool. Go ahead.
Let's say they did have that conversation.
Sure.
But the other side, what they're not comfortable on, they're not relenting. That the other person not trying to break up with them.
Yeah, you should, bro.
You shouldn't,
bro. If you're not relenting, and I'm not happy, why do I stay?
Joe, because if they say I'm not comfortable with you right now with that, that's you. Okay, that's saying I'm not comfortable with you right now.
So what do I need to do for you to get comfortable?
Give me time.
Okay.
For a lot of folks.
Okay. Time mean what? What does time? What does
time mean when we get to the stage where you're wife?
I can't get to wife. What are you?
Yeah, you can,
bro.
You can.
Okay. No. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. What are you looking for to be comfortable with me?
Time.
What? We done had time. 2 years.
Hell no. That ain't nothing.
So
that's nothing. That's
okay.
Nothing.
So what you're saying is it has to be a certain amount of time and then you're comfortable?
For the person, yes.
Okay, so it's 3 years. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, first off, fine. I'm looking for after I get that certain amount of time, if you will still be there with me. If you're still there with me, I can then start to judge the time.
So you start judging me at 3 years.
No, I'm saying for the person. It ain't like that's at the 3 year mark.
Okay.
That's not like that all the time. If it's at that point and you already met this or something similar beforehand, then cool. I give it all to you. But if you're bringing this up and it just so happened to be 3 years down the line, that's your first time meeting this. That's your first time meeting that situation. And if he at that situation still didn't allot that type of time to you, you're subjected to that if you choose to be with this man.
Okay, let me ask you.
Or if you choose to be with that woman.
Okay, let me ask this question for women.
Because I'm not gonna, if I'm judging with a woman on a woman's side from my side, and it's something that she's not comfortable with, and she's choosing not to place me there, but we are meshing and we got other stuff, and we're still building our relationship in a positive mindset or a positive spirit, then I'm giving her that time until it's time for me to be there, especially if I just find it out.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then, because you're saying 3 years. In the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year mark, right? What are the benchmarks that you're looking for from her in your relationship to feel comfortable to start looking at me as your wife?
I
can't just
tell you off the head. I can't tell you off the head, but I'm just saying for everybody's relationship that's different though.
But exactly, but this is what but my point to you, right? To jump on you a little bit here, and this is for women teaching moment. These are things and questions that you need to ask that man, especially in year 2, maybe not in year 1, but in year 2, if you're looking to get married, if you're that woman who's looking for marriage and hoping this guy's going to marry you, you need to know what is it he's looking for in that relationship. Because sometimes, and this is what I had to learn, sometimes the woman in your life can help you get there quicker, but she didn't know.
So do you take that for the same for like hardcore situations? Because everybody's not putting, even in those 2 years after down the line, everybody's not pulling that hardcore, super deep, uncomfortable side on the benchmarks all the time. No, sometimes you just get ran into it.
But okay, when you're running into it, right? So you're 27, right? I mean 24. In 2 years, you'll be 27 years old. In 3 years, you'll be 28. This girl will be 28 years old right now, okay? So now she's looking at her career, when she's going to have a baby, right? Because her clock is now ticking at the age of 28, right? For her, that's different. So she's 20.
I agree with you, but I ask this though, real quick: are you looking at it like that because of your age? Because most of those you subjected this.
I got
married in their 20s aren't looking at life like that.
Okay, when I got married, right? My first marriage, I was 28 years old. I did look at life like that. Because I looked at when I looked at life like that, because I look at how old I want to be when I'm having kids, how old they're gonna be at a certain age, and then when I get old with her, how old are we gonna be young enough to still be able to travel? That's the way I was thinking when I was younger. I don't know what y'all are thinking, but that's what I'm thinking. I didn't want to be in my 40s and 50s trying to have kids, right? Because if we're building together, we're building together.
So you just automatically knew what you wanted, what your wife was gonna be.
I knew what I wanted.
But we go talking about I again.
No, but I'm saying when I met a woman, my mindset was I was looking for a woman because I wanted to marry her. I knew I wanted to get married. You see what I'm saying? When I got married to the woman I got married to at 28, I wanted to get married.
And y'all hit the benchmarks. Y'all had stuff where it's always uncomfortable, and y'all hit that spot where folks was able to just do that, right?
No, I'm gonna say this. When I was 18, 19 years old, I was in the military.
Okay.
I said, I'm not going to think about marriage until I'm about 28, 29 years old. I said that. Okay. So I said to myself, when I did all my playing early, right? When I did hold and did whatever I had to go do, right? Having fun. When I got a certain age, I stopped that. I started dating different caliber of women because I said, I'm now looking for somebody I want to be with. Because I want to be married by 28, 29. I said no later than 30. That's what I said to myself. So I started looking for a wife. I didn't wait for somebody just to pop up and we vibe. And if it's 3 years later, it'd be 34, 35. No, I said because I felt what I wanted for my life. Okay.
We're talking about other people.
Okay, but what I'm saying,
we keeping it general.
Right, but we keeping it general. But what I'm saying is when people know what they want, when people just keep it general, they don't think like that, they don't know what they want.
So at 25, you just knew what you wanted. Every 25-year-old ain't like
I had an idea of what it should look like. When I was 18 years old, I said I wanted to look like this at 50. So I started training when I was 18, when I was 13, 14 years old.
But you know what I hear from other folks, other older folks? Yeah, you even at this age now where you get the idea, but you still don't know what it is.
Right. But
I hear that a lot from y'all.
Right. We hear it. But look at those people, look where they are, and did they accomplish it? A lot of
people that say that?
No.
The people that say that?
Well, a lot of people that say that did they accomplish their goals? And where are they? A lot of people that say that are running around like a chicken with their head cut off, and they still haven't accomplished their goals because they didn't set it. You have to
hold up, but that's going on the other side too. A lot of folks that see what they want may not still get it.
Okay, you're absolutely right, nephew. I'm not gonna argue, but I would say this: people who set benchmarks and goals usually hit what they're aiming for more so than a person just throwing it out there and hoping that it strikes.
Okay, I agree.
That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. And like I said, I'm not trying to argue with the way you do it, but I'm just telling women, because you see this a lot. He wasted my time. I don't know why. You got to start to ask questions. Are you building together or are you building separately? Right? Ask the questions. A lot of women probably wouldn't have known. He's probably really not looking at you for real until 3 years. But you would have known that if you would have had the conversation. Right?
I agree with that. You should have the conversations.
That's all I'm saying to women, right? Because she's in year one, of course not, it'll be 25. Year two, she's hoping now. But you're not even thinking about it at all until really about 2.5 or 3 years. And then that's still a maybe for you. Yeah. She don't know that.
And if the talk of that is not that, then cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I agree with that.
Right.
So I was just talking about as far as with flags and comfortabilities when it comes to people.
Right.
Those are, for me, those are things where when you get to it, you can't then just start setting immediate benchmark times like this is some little standardized test.
You can't set a benchmark, nephew, but you did.
How?
You said you're not even looking at it until 3 years. That's a benchmark.
No, I'm talking about the uncomfortability thing. If you talk about marriage,
okay, but you just said your comfortability is marriage. So you did set a benchmark. You said your comfortability is marriage. That's a benchmark. Now, how are you gonna get from 1 year to marriage? I don't know. But your benchmark is marriage. Now, how are you gonna get there? I'm not for sure on that part. Because now the girl got to be with you to get to marriage, but your comfortability is marriage. So you do have a benchmark. Now, getting to your benchmark, I don't think you know what that looks like yet. That's from talking to you right now. I don't think you understand exactly what does A, B, and C steps looks like for you. Because in 3 years, I may like you, but I think right now, possibly, you're looking at where you are, what you got, and what you're able to do. And until you're able to get those things in line, you're looking at yourself right now for 3 years. But I would say this, if you had everything in place the way you want to right now before you met her, would it be 3 years?
Probably 2.5.
Okay, so these are the things I think men and women should be able to talk about. Because if a woman want to be with you and she wants to get married to you, she needs to know what you're thinking.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So whether it's year 1 or year 2, she still needs to know what you are thinking. So if she decides to stay, like you say, it's her choice. But at least you know what's going on. Are y'all building separately? Are you? And I can ask another: are you building in hopes of, or are you building together? You see what I'm saying? Because some people are like, well, he can build him and I'll build me, right? And we'll see what happens. What usually happens in that situation? You wind up getting pregnant. Sometimes, right? But what I'm saying, but you wind up getting. But think about it. In those 2 to 3 years, a lot happens. In those 2 to 3 years, with a lot of women right now, and you know this to be a fact, she ends up with a baby. So if you can wind up having a child with a woman in 2 to 3 years, don't you think she deserves the right to know what the hell she getting herself into? If you
I'm talking about say you impregnate her in 2 or 3 years, you might as well be her man at this point, man. But I agree with you. That's the thing that pop up in a lot of folks that probably separate.
That's all I'm saying, y'all. So I know we just went around and beat this thing up, but I wanted to beat it up a little bit because I think a lot of times with grown women, right? They get into a relationship with a guy in their 50s, right? And he don't have one iota that he want to marry her, right? He just everything is good. You know, he's doing all the right stuff, spending time, they're monogamous. But at some point, in her mind, she wants that ring. And he never puts it on her finger. 4 years into the relationship, she said, bro, what we doing? I thought we were good. Exactly what he says. We've been good this time, why we need to change stuff? This is what a man says to a woman.
It's not funny,
but that's what a man says to a woman when she don't ask. Because a lot of women don't want to mess up what they got going on. But at some point, there's another guy coming in that wants to do more than that now what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now she's telling you to either get or get off the pot. You see what I'm saying? But she didn't waste it 2 or 3, 4 years of her life with you. And now she's frustrated and now she's mad. Or you're mad at her because it was okay for 2 years, okay. So why did you change it? That's why I'm saying, are y'all building together? Are y'all building in hopes of? Or y'all building separately? I think these things are not talked about enough in relationships on Thursday because a lot of people are afraid to have that true conversation. Like I would have known that if I'm your girl, that you're not calling me if I didn't talk to you. Because I would think any woman that's with you would think that if you get in trouble and I'm with you, you've been with me for 2 years, that you're gonna call me. No, I get it. I get it now. But as a girl, right? Because a lot of women would have a problem with that. Well, some women, but I don't think most women would look at a man in a certain kind of way. You don't trust me.
To a level, no, it's not that I don't trust you. I just, when I had to ask her to help or anything like that, not only was it not done, but for me, it made me feel or look away.
How?
That I had to ask her to either help me out with some money.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. Okay, so, but this is what I would say, even if you were my son, right? You chose that woman that was not at the level that you needed her to be when you needed her, but you was at the level you need to be when she needed you. That's your choice. That was your fault. But that ain't every woman.
No, that would have been.
She chose you.
Oh, you talking about in a relationship?
Yeah,
she was in a relationship.
Yeah, you chose her in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So she was not equal value to where you were because she was in no position to help you with anything at that point.
She was.
Or she just chose not to.
No. I'm saying when she did help me, and she was there, it was either she couldn't do it or whatever, or when she did do it, it made me either look or feel away.
Okay, that's on you then. That's something you got to do, right? Because everybody's gonna need somebody at some point. Yeah. Right? And you're gonna feel a way be away if that's your fiance, if that's your wife. But if she loves you, it's not gonna be an issue.
I think it looks away if it's the girlfriend versus if it was the wife. And that's the only difference that I place. That's why
I respect that from you. I respect your position. I'm gonna say if you with me, and damn it, if you can call me and ask me for anything at any time of night, I'm not gonna be there for you. And if I call you, because you're the first person I'm calling, I need an answer. And if you can't give me no answer in my time of need, I don't need you. Why are we together? Just like a woman don't need me. If I can't be there her time of need, I don't need you if I'm broke down or somewhere and you can't get out your bed to come help me or come come to my side, let me sit in your warm car until the record come. I don't need you. You see what I'm saying? I don't want my dad to get out of bed with my mama to come get me and I'm 25 or 35 or 40 years old. No, not my dad. No. That woman that I'm sleeping with, that's sleeping at home right now, I'm calling your behind because you're going to call me and I'm calling your behind because you're my woman. And if we're in this together, you can't just be in this in the good time. I need your ass in the bad times too. And this is part of it. Get your ass up and come here. Sit right here in this walk, let this walk up until that record comes. Or if they got to take my car, you're going to take me home, drop me up. That's what my girlfriend going to do. Period. And if you can't do that for me as my girlfriend, we ain't been together, bro. Because I damn sure ain't going to do it for you. I can't be in a relationship with a woman that I can go do whatever she needs to go do in a time of need. And she can't be that for me. What are we together for? Why am I going to look at you as being my wife? Why am I going to put a ring on your finger? What good are you to me? I can smash anybody. I can't have anybody come help me in the middle of the night. You're no good to me. I'm sorry. Just like a woman say, I'm no good to her. You're no good to me if I can't call on you in a time of emergency. Now, if I'm calling you all the time and she calling me all the time, that's different. But I say in a time of emergency and I need you, you better come.
But that's where we go to the same page and take two different things from it.
Yeah.
Because, like how you said, I can sleep with anybody. So for me, it don't mean nothing. But for me to use you as an emergency contact, I don't know if you got. Like I said, I can sleep with anybody. But yeah, I can. And for me, when I trust somebody,
I want to get back into it because I don't understand the premise of you being with a woman, right? And this is you, so I'm not going to get into it. But I don't understand a man being with a woman, right? That you're sleeping with, that you say that's your one and only girl and you don't have anybody else in your life but her. Y'all together for 2 years, but you don't know her. You don't trust her like that. Like I said, I don't get it. That's your mindset. I respect it.
Well, because 2 years ain't that. That's not no time for me.
Okay, bro. And again, like I said, I'm not going to go through the laborious task to try to understand your thinking because it sounds like you've been burnt and you just don't want to be back in that situation again. Or that you sound.
I don't want to be in that situation again. But at the same time, I'm still. You keep bringing up the 2 years. That's not no time for me.
Okay. Like I said, bro,
that's not none. And for me, if I'm getting there to you, we're not going to be exclusive just off the rip of me getting to meet you or date you.
Erica, I'm with you. What have they been doing for 2 years? But like I said, I'm not going to debate with him anymore.
I ain't got no 2 year nothing right now.
No, she's asking the question if he was in a relationship with a woman for 2 years. Well, what have y'all been doing for 2 years?
But that's why I was like that. Accountability is on different levels because if you've been around somebody all the time. Mm-hmm. Like literally almost every day, if not every other day, then a level of comfortability is going to be met somewhere. Okay. But if y'all dating and then y'all get to where y'all getting exclusive, but you only frequent each other every 2 weeks or every other week, or then even every 3 weeks, because y'all are focused on what y'all on too. That level of comfortability when it comes to emergency situations for everybody is different.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
And if I'm just judging on the general statement.
Okay, but if you're in a relationship with a woman, right, for 2 years, unless y'all living in different states, y'all are seeing each other, unless y'all got different work schedules. Okay, but for the most part, it could be like, but for the most part, bro, you're seeing each other more than every 2 to 3 weeks. Because y'all don't have a relationship if you're seeing each other every once. If y'all seeing each other out of 30 days, y'all seeing each other for 3 days. That's not a relationship.
At least twice a week.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if you're not seeing each other on a frequent basis, I don't consider y'all a relationship. Y'all got understanding.
Okay.
You're not in a relationship because a relationship is y'all spending at 25. Y'all are spending time together. Y'all making time for each other. Y'all are smashing when y'all can in between lunch breaks or whatever. You spending time. However y'all can figure part time. Y'all spending time together. If you only seeing your mate every 3 weeks, bro, that's not a relationship. Because you don't miss her, she don't miss you. Y'all ain't making no time for each other. So obviously, one of y'all probably in the 2 years time of doing something else, guaranteed at 25. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, being in a relationship, meaning that once a week, right, that y'all guaranteed seeing each other, right? 2 weeks, y'all gonna see each other then 2 to 3 times. It ain't too many people 25 years old is gonna be in a relationship and not gonna see their man, in 2 or 3 weeks. and just talk to him every blue moon. That's not a relationship. That's an understanding. That's a little cut buddy. You know what I'm saying? You know, that may be y'all may say I'm only cutting buddy with you, but you can't say that's your girl.
A side piece.
You're not in a relationship at that point. So you're not building anything with that. Nobody's building anything with that.
Okay.
So I'm talking about the girl that you're spending time with for 2 years. When I say, if I'm with you for 2 years, bro, and I'm calling you my girl, we doing stuff, we traveling, we spending time. When I'm saying you my girl for 2 years, I can't say you my girl for 2 years and I'm only seeing you periodically. That's not my girl. We're not in a relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Okie dokie.
So I think what you'll now look at is
we looked at it.
Yeah. Because when I say my woman, bro, we 2 years together out of what we're gonna say 600 some 700 some days together, bro. We done spent damn near 500 some days together. You know what I'm saying? We done spent a significant amount of time. We didn't travel. We didn't done things, experienced these things together in 2 years. Because if not, what we building? What are we doing?
But if you notice, in none of my situation, and none of those emergencies,
exactly, a jump off of a friend with benefit. And I'm glad we're having this conversation, right? Because a lot of times people would think what you just said because we were together and only seeing each other that you're in a relationship, and that's not a relationship, right? Y'all just chose to shut it down because y'all trust each other, but y'all not in a relationship for real, right? You haven't spent enough time to even know each other to be in a relationship. You haven't done anything together to be. You haven't went through nothing to be in a relationship. He won't even call you for an emergency after 2 or 3 years. Y'all not in a relationship. He don't trust you.
But 2 years is if we are going on your premise, that's enough time for me.
Bro, for me, if I'm there, once I tell you or you say I'm a man, that's enough time for me.
Oh yeah,
bro. Because I'm 40. I mean, I'm 53.
Yeah.
Right?
Taking your side.
Because by the time we look at each other, we have already been talking for anywhere from 3 to 6 or 7 months, right? Yeah. So when we were deciding to be in a monogamous relationship, right? I'm saying that I trust you. At this stage of my life, I'm saying I trust you. You're saying you trust me. So it means you're my woman. So once I make you my girl or I'm your man, you need something, I got you. Period. I'm not looking at a time frame. Now, you're my girl. You're my responsibility, right? I'm 53. Who the hell is she going to call?
I mean,
because I was saying
53.
I would say it like this here. If a woman at 53 got to call her dad and she don't need me, she got to call her brother, she don't need me, she got to call her ex, she don't need me. At your stage in life,
ex, that's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this here. At your age, if you don't help her out and you say she's your man, she's calling her ex. She ain't calling her daddy first. She calling the dude that she knows that's gonna come to her rescue.
Cool. Not that I'm saying it's cool with me if I was in a situation, but I'm just saying on her end, I'm not gonna even try to go back on her side.
Gotcha.
If whatever she chooses to call, that's what that woman chooses to call. If that is me, then that is me. But for my side, that's the only stance.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you this then, because you seem like a tough cookie to crack, and this is Thirsty Thursday. Okay, so what does marriage look like for you? At what age do you think about getting married? What does a woman have to have, right? What do you need to? Hold on, let me start here. What do you need to see for yourself before you feel you're fit to be with a woman to marry her? What do you need to see for yourself?
I want to have, first off, my finances together.
Okay.
I want to have stuff established. Career-wise, I want to have my career established to a point where I can still work it and then put the necessary time for her in. I'm nowhere near that right now. So when you ask me, when do I see myself married? I don't right now.
Okay, that's fair. So what you're saying is right now, you're not even in a state to even think about being in a relationship at this point. You can hang out with somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I can hang out with somebody. I'm not so concrete on it that if I hang out with somebody and we grow to be in a relationship and it progress that way, I'm not so headstrong that I wouldn't entertain that.
Mhm.
and then try to build with it. Because I already been chilling out with you on some non-serious stuff, and it just grew there.
Mhm.
So you pretty much know my whole situation 9 times out of 10, how my life is going.
Okay.
So from there,
Mhm.
growing with that person and letting them know I'll do that. But if I'm finding somebody,
Mhm.
or I'm just not meeting somebody and ain't no degree of really understanding,
Mhm.
or no friendship was built or anything like that, and it's just we dating, no.
Are you telling the woman that you started talking to, or she started trying to talk to you? Are you telling her that after you see that y'all kind of liking each other, are you letting her know these things up front?
As far as where I'm at, career wise and all that stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'm being completely honest about that.
So you gonna put that out there on the table?
I be honestly, I'm probably too honest to a fault if I'm being vulnerable, because I'm the type of dude, I tell you outright, I ain't seeing no type of relationship or marriage period
Okay. Well,
if I don't have what I feel I need.
now that's as long as you are doing that and the woman understands that part of it, I don't have a problem with any of the conversations at that point. The thing is, I think a lot of men or some men have women thinking that it's going to be okay at some point. But it wasn't just okay, well, nephew, I want to be with you, but when do you think that you may be able to, this may your dream may kick off for you. You may be sort of kind of comfortable. Because sometimes, bro, a girl may not be where she want to be, but she would say, well, why don't we give this a try, right? And we don't look for anything else until the next 2 to 3 years, right? Would you be open to that? I'm not asking you for anything, but I really like you. I trust you. I understand where you are. I'm not quite where I want to be. I'm 25 too. We're both building, but we probably can get there faster with each other. But what I'm doing and what you're doing, we may be able to go out and go get our own apartment together. You see what I'm saying? She's gonna go get a second job. You may go get a second job. Y'all start building something together. Are you willing to do that, or you just got to have what nephew wants before you meet somebody's daughter?
If she coming at me like that,
Mhm.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
Because
There's
I don't,
hope for you then, sir.
I don't. Well, because she came at it like that
Right.
from me, and this is back to me being jaded on it.
Uh,
For me, when I see most women, they want for it already to be finished before it's real anything invested.
this
And
is
so
what
for me, I never will go into a relationship thinking that we could grow. I need to already have something there.
I'm gonna tell you my biggest mistake, bro, was thinking that everything was going to line up the way it needed to be before I made my move. Honest to God, truth. The biggest thing that I messed up on in my life was saying that I'm gonna get everything in place before I get with a woman. What I realized what I needed to do was to make sure that I was, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to make sure that I was capable of taking care of myself, right? But then when a woman came along, that I could build with her. Because I wanted the credit to be right. Because when I was younger, when I made some state guiding credit, wasn't filing my taxes like I want to. But when I met the woman that I fell in love with, guess what she did? Come here. Let's go get these taxes filed. Let's go do this right here. She was able to go do the things that I wasn't even going to do maybe to a couple of years later, or maybe not at all.
Do you think that speaks more to who that woman was, or just to find one?
I think it speaks to what if you trying to do what you think is right, or let God guide you. Because when I was trying to control shit, excuse my friend, but when I'm trying to control stuff, it didn't work.
Man, see that you got to put the God in.
But no, but I'm being very honest with you, bro. My expectation was unrealistic because I didn't know how I was going to get there. I was going off on my dreams, my hope, and my passions. And I don't. When a man is going off on his dream and his hope and his passions, you better stay your ass right there, because you're not going to have time for anybody else. You're not going to make time for anybody else, right? When you open yourself up for love, God will send you love, but you got to be open and reciprocal. Be able to accept what He's going to give you, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Because yes, a woman is going to help you. Yes, a woman is going to be there doing some stuff and doing stuff that you wouldn't do. A woman who loves you will see something in you, especially at your age, and it will come very simple to her. Like I wasn't the best writer on. I'm not still these days. I'm not a great writer until I sit down and put my mind to it. Right. So my ex-wife was a magnificent writer. So there were things in my life that when she saw that, okay, he ain't good at that, he ain't gonna do this. She took that off of my hands right away, and she took care of that part. There were things that when I got with her that I knew she couldn't do or she wasn't going to do. I did that. And when I saw, and when we saw that worked for us, guess what? We saw we were stronger together because we started to move faster. We started to go up together. But the thing was for us is I was so stubborn in my ways that I started doing what you were doing. I got with her and I said, okay, well, we're not moving anymore until. We're not moving anymore until. We're not doing this until. I started to say what I'm not going to do until she wanted to move. I stopped building. I'm building for us, but I stopped building for us. You see what I'm saying? So that was partially my fault because I got so aficionated on building this radio show. I stopped building my marriage, which became a huge problem.
I ain't there yet.
No, but what I'm saying is this is what a lot of people do though. So like I said, are you building together? Are you building separately? Are you building in hopes of? We started out together. But once I started doing certain things, she started doing certain things, guess what happened? We started building, we say we was together, but she was doing her goal and I was doing mine. She stopped doing certain things, I stopped doing certain things. Because why? She wanted to get here. I wanted to get there. I'm not moving to do anything over here until I get this here. So we're no longer building together. You see what I'm saying? And you can sit here and lie and BS yourself and say that's not what happens, but that is exactly what the hell happens to a lot of people. So what I'm telling you is, I think your expectations is a little unrealistic, but it's gonna be in your journey for you to see, because you're not going to be.
In what way is it unrealistic?
You're not going to be able to do everything yourself in a timely manner that you want to do. Everybody needs help. Everybody. And there's a woman right now out there, whenever you get to that point in your life, that's going to get you over the hump if that's what you're looking for. She will ride that wave with you because you're a good man. You know what you want. You're going to be successful. You're going to make it. She's going to be able to fill that void in 5 seconds. That is what it took you 2 years to do. Trust me when I tell you that. And you're going to be able to fill her void in 5 seconds, what it probably took her 2 to 3 years to do. Trust me when I tell you that. When my ex-wife met me, I was a contractor. It would have took her maybe 3 or 4 years to get stuff done in her house that it took me five minutes to do. Because she didn't have the money. She was trying to raise her son. When she got with me, I put in there and fixed the plumbing. When I was dating her, she wasn't my wife. The copper was, she had pulled the copper out of her son's room, right? And it just had the padding in there. Her intentions was to get carpet put in her son's room, right? But guess what? Things happened. She was single. So when I met her, there was no carpet in her son's room. I'm a contractor. I saw that I'm dating her. What I do? Call my boy, hey man, I need 12 by 21, right? I'm gonna charge me and put it in. I got that done in what, 24 hours? She probably won't get it done for another year. Like I said, my taxes. I wasn't filing my taxes. One weekend, she said, when the last time you filed the taxes? I said, I ain't making no money. I said, I'm not filing taxes right now. She said, no, we're not gonna do that. She took me by my hand. We're going to file taxes. When how many years you didn't file back? We went back and sit down, and it cost a little bit of money. And we said, you need to go ahead and file these now. And that's what we did. Now, if it wasn't for her, that wasn't important for me on my list. But it was important for me. You see what I'm saying? That was on how my priority list. A woman going to see things that you need to do that you won't see for yourself, and vice versa. So the only thing I'm saying, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm telling you it's your journey.
I'm not taking it like that.
Right? But no, I'm just saying about people who are listening. But the journey is a lot easier when you open your heart and let God move with you than you trying to move everything and got your own set in stone things, what you're going to do for yourself. Because anytime that you think you're doing it by yourself, you're not. You're not. And you're not getting to where you need to go because there's a person out there that God got for you that 9 times out of 10 is going to help you get there. She may just be a friend. He may just be a friend. But nobody does a damn thing alone. Nobody. There's a phone call, there's a connection, there's a friend, there's something. Nobody gets to the top by themselves. You can say I did all of it. No, you will not.
Yeah, I agree with that point. I'm not at the place where
Right. But I wish somebody would have told me what I just told you. Right? Yeah. I would have saved myself 2 or 3 years. Because I had in my mind that I'm not taking on nobody's door. I'm not doing this until I can do this, and this. And what put more ice on the cake, I said I'm not going to get a job. I'm going to build my company, which was a double-edged sword. Because now you got to build a brand of the company and all this other stuff. And now you're trying to take on a girlfriend and her son. And now you're there trying to make it work, right? When you're not making money. She made me better. She gave me strength. That's why I said when I got with her, I knew that when she started doing that little stuff when we were dating, just those small little things, like, oh, yeah. My mindset, when we were dating, I'm going to marry her. I need to get to the point where I can get a ring for her. I just said, God, let me get to the point that I can get a ring. And when I checked, because I told the story, I thought when I went to K Jewels, I was going to bounce the credit bureau, right? Really, because I thought my credit was really that bad, right? But when I went there, they told me I can get I think I had a credit, I can get a credit $35, right? So I went and bought her ring, I think like $200, $300, right? I bought it right then. I said, what? She said, sir, you can get anything up to about, I think it was $35 or $38. I said, huh? I said, you sure you got my name? Bro, I was like, really? I said, okay. So what I did was, I think it was around, I forgot how I did, but I got a ring size. I had to go by that coach. I told her that I'm thinking about getting you maybe a ring. If I want to get your ring, I don't know your ring size, right? So I told her I was going to get her some kind of, I told her something, right? Yeah. But I need to get a ring size. And so on her, I think it was on her birthday, I took her up to Vulcan, right?
Oh, you proposed on her birthday?
I think it was a birthday or Valentine's Day. I forgot when it was, bro. I'm being honest, I forgot.
Which one is the anniversary when you proposed or when the marriage was?
The anniversary when you get married.
Okay.
But I took her up to Vulcan, right? And my boy was supposed to come out. That was a really good singer, but he got hooked up. But I had it hooked up where my friends are gonna meet us up there, and my boy's gonna come and he's gonna sing to her. But
he tried to do that little Martin thing.
Yeah. Bro. Listen, when you know the woman, bro, you put the time in it. That's what I was gonna do, bro. But he couldn't make it, so I got his song, and I told my boy, I said, "Hey man, download this song, bring a radio right with you, right?" And they put arbitrarily meet us up there, right? And when they met us up there, right, you know what I'm saying? I set her because it was right on the bucket, I think it's like a little bench on the bucket, and I said, "Hey, sit down for a second. I said, I'll be right back." Right. And then all of a sudden, my friends popped up and I was gone still, right? And she's like, and you I heard her, hey, how you doing? They ain't said nothing. Right. Right. And then they already had set up, then his girl walked behind her and music started playing, and I came out and I got on my knee and I proposed to her.
Oh.
Bro, I'm just saying, when you set in your mind what you want to do, bro, that's what you will do. You see what I'm saying? And I'm only telling that story to you people, right? Because I'm saying, don't wait. Have an idea, figure out what you want, and then go for it. Everybody's journey is their own journey, though. So good luck, nephew.
Okie dokie. I'm still in these streets right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, y'all, I appreciate you guys locking in to the Joe Lockett Show. Hope you guys love this show, man. Hope you guys loved everything about it. It's the top of the hour. Tomorrow's gonna be Freaky Friday. We will hang out with you guys tomorrow. I may be on time tomorrow or not, but I definitely will be here. It's great that you are having this conversation with him at 25. Oh yeah, definitely, y'all. Like I said, nephew knows what he wants, man. You know, but I think we need to share these experiences. Y'all know how I feel about you, right? Jatim, Demo, Ice Tomas, Living. What does all that mean, ladies and gentlemen? It means I love you. See you guys tomorrow.
See you later.